live. I'm sorry. Hand. We're back at it, of course, on the Brotherhood class, Priest Officer 5000, Shalayala, hold it down today, you know what I'm saying, for the Brotherhood class. You know what I mean? How's everything going? How's everybody doing?
Good.
Sign of Christ, you know what I mean? Let's get a little of hand, man. You see all these fires going on and all types of COVID's on the rise again, you know what I mean? Got the monkeypox and all types of things going on out here. You know what I mean? It's looking glorious in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Looking glorious. The Lord ain't playing with this wicked, disgusting, filthy, stinking earth. You know what I mean? There's more diseases and plagues and earthquakes and hurricanes and all types of fires and you know what I mean? They said there was so much fire that the smoke's affecting the sky and then that's affecting the weather in other places. I mean, damn, the Most High ain't nothing to play with. You know what I mean? He ain't nothing to play with. And right now, during these times, man, don't think that these oppressors is not scared to death. You understand what I'm saying? They scared to death. You know what I mean? Of what's going on out here. They preparing to fight the Lord. That's why they're trying to fly up in rockets right now in spaceships, like the goddamn Jetsons, trying to go up to and see if they can live up in the sky. You know what I'm saying? See if they can hang on some stars and all that and play on the moon. I mean, you know what I mean? Like they trying to get as close to God as they can so they can defeat him. You know what I mean? Which of course is not going to work. You know what I mean? But so it's a beautiful time going on right now. You know what I mean? And it's also a beautiful time to be in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commander Junior YAHANNA. You know what I'm saying? This is the safe haven for so-called Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, man. This is the place where you find your true identity, find your true warrior spirit. You understand what I'm saying? And learn how to not just survive, but to live as a free man, and woman and child. You understand? So anyway, you know what I'm saying? I want to try to get into it because today's gonna be kind of a short class, and we got some things that we got to take care of. So, you know, I want to go into this article, you know what I'm saying, I came across my table, you know what I mean, about how First, let me say this: the white man's the devil. That's right. So, you understand what I'm saying? And collectively, you understand? Because a lot of people hear that and say, "Well, all white people are not devils," and that's not true. Because we're going to talk about collectively. You understand? We can't say that bears don't kill you, right? Bears are dangerous animals. Right. And then you got some bears that can juggle balls in a circus. You know what I'm saying? But all bears don't juggle balls in a circus. Some of them bears, most of them bears are gonna kill you. You know what I mean? That's it. And even if they are juggling balls in a circus, it's capable of killing you. You know what I mean? Because it's a bear. Right. So, you know, people say, not all white people. I know, not all bears live in the forest and kill you. Some juggle balls in the circus. Not, you know what I'm saying? Right. So collectively, the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand what I'm saying? And don't think for 1 second that they are not the biggest criminal on the face of this earth. Right. You understand? They're the biggest drug dealer, the biggest gangster, the biggest drug user. You understand what I'm saying? They're just number one at doing wicked and being disgusting and filthy. You understand? This is just who they are. That's it. And this ain't nothing I'm just making up. This is history. Right. History proves this. Right. You understand? They have taken their history of being disgusting and heartless and merciless and have made movies off of it, have ruled the country off of it. Right. You understand? If you want to learn if you want to know how to be ruthless and how to be merciless and how to have it benefit you, that's where you can study this white man, because he's very good at that. Yeah. You understand? He is superb at that. You know what I'm saying? Right. He is not good at loving and caring and being compassionate and so on and so on. That's how you know we are just two different manner of people. Right. You understand? Right. We're just two different people. You understand? And we're not made to get along. We're not made to live together and dwell together and so on and so on. We're not made for that. Right. You understand? When I say dwell together, I mean it has to be somebody in power and somebody in an oppressive position. Right now, we're in that oppressive position. You understand? Right. But don't think for a minute these white folks are not gathering themselves together and out here doing all types of crimes against black folks, against so-called brown folks. You know what I'm saying? Against the children of Israel. Don't think they're not out here doing it. They are doing it, and they're doing it in big scales. Right. You understand? Now, there's an article I want to read real quick about this white supremacy gang. They call themselves. Hold on, let me see if I can get it with you. They call themselves, let me see, something with ghost face. They're called the Ghost Face Gangsters. You understand? Now this is a gang. You understand? This is an official gang. You understand? Just like Bloods and Crips and all of that, and Vice Lords and GDs and Yetas and Latin Kings and so on and so on. This gang is an official street gang. Right. You understand? They run drugs. They hurt people. Right. They do, and this is the difference between so-called black and Hispanic gangs and white gangs. These white gangs, this is like their tradition. You understand? This gets passed down. These are branches of the Ku Klux Klan and all these other white supremacy groups. Right. These are branches of them. You know what I'm saying? This stuff on for years, right, centuries with these people. A nigga being a gangster, that's new. That's brand new. That's new. Bloods and Crips, that stuff came in the 50s or 60s or something. You know what I'm saying? This devil has been a gangster and a criminal and a murderer and a thief and a hustler and so on and so on for centuries. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Right. For centuries. Now, I want to read a little bit about these so-called ghost face gangsters. Let's read a little bit about them. And I want you to pay attention to, one, how they're gathering together, two, how they're committing horrendous crimes. You understand? Horrendous crimes. And also pay attention to how these white folks can be in positions. These people, some of these people can be police officers. Right? They can be doctors,
right,
nurses.
right.
You understand? They can be school teachers.
Right.
Could be your coworker,
right,
your supervisor. You understand? Imagine going to a white supremacist and you don't even know he's a white supremacist, but he's your dentist.
right.
Can you imagine a white supremacist in your mouth, giving you Novocaine and pulling your teeth out? Can you imagine? Like he hates black people,
right,
and he's in your mouth, and you don't know this is Dr. Herkowitz. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he's in your mouth, and you wondering why? Damn, these wisdom teeth hurt getting pulled out because he hates your guts. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine a white supremacist being your nurse and you in the hospital and they come and put something in your IV? You know what I'm saying? Like these people these people are in a position.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're in a position. You know what I'm saying? To be real big gangsters. You know what I'm saying? Real murderers.
Right.
Real killers. Real beasts. They're in that position, man. You understand? And of course, there's nothing to be scared of. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's something to definitely be aware of.
Right.
You understand? If we're gonna get to the article a tad bit, then we're gonna touch on these scriptures, of course. Show off if you can, brother.
God, this is from the Augusta Chronicle. 77 Ghostface gangsters indicted.
Say it again. How many?
77 Ghostface gangsters indicted.
Go ahead.
Viewed as fastest growing white gang in U.S.
Hold on. Read that again. I want people to hear this. Say it again, please.
77 Ghostface gangsters indicted. Viewed as fastest.
As what?
Fastest.
Go ahead.
Growing. White gang in U.S.
This is the fastest growing white gang in U.S. history. This right here. You know what I'm saying? Or in the U.S. at this time. This is the fastest growing white gang. Now, what they're not going to say is white supremacist group.
Right.
They're not going to say that. They're going to say white gang, right? Now, we're going to read this article. Brothers and sisters can't see this article, but I want them to listen to this article, all right? Now, let's read. We're going to read some of it, and I'm going to read along with you, all right?
Go on, God. The single largest gang investigation in Georgia. That's how local and state officials are describing Operation Kibosh.
Right. So this is an operation that was conducted. They call it Operation Kibosh out in Georgia. Go ahead.
Led by the Richmond County Sheriff's Office.
So it was led by the Richmond County Sheriff's Office. Obviously, it's a county out in Georgia. Go ahead.
Against the Ghostface gangsters criminal street gang.
Right. So this is obviously a street gang, as they said, but this is an all-white street gang. Now, notice they're saying street gang. They're not saying white supremacist group.
Right.
You understand? Because let me ask you a question: can white boys be Bloods?
Sure.
Can they? Yeah, they can.
Now they can.
Yeah, white boys can be Bloods. Listen. I knew a white. He was a joke, but I knew a white Crip. You know what I'm saying? He's a white boy. You understand? And they give him white names. You know what I'm saying? Wonder Bread. You know what I'm saying? Snowfall. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
One was called Ice Water. You know what I'm saying? These are white boys, right? Ain't no niggas in this group.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is an all white gang. You understand? Keep going.
The investigation yielded indictments against 77 gang members, with 56 in custody and 21 at large.
So 56 of these 77 have been apprehended, so to speak, and 21 of them, they on the run somewhere. You understand? They're on the run, which means they're at work right now somewhere. You just don't know it's them, okay?
Right.
Go ahead, keep going.
Throughout the 3-year investigation, members of the Sheriff's Office Gang Intelligence Unit identified members involved in the gang and compiled information on 163 members and associates in the Augusta, Richmond County area.
Now, they got information on 163 of these members. Now, we just read earlier that 77 of these people have been indicted, right? So that means there's more of these people around that have not been indicted.
Right.
You understand? There's more. They're just speaking about 163 of them now, but that means there's more. Now this is not the full article I wanted, because this thing spreads from state to state. It's not just Georgia. It's not just Georgia. It's Georgia, South Carolina, I want to say Alabama. You know what I'm saying? There was like a few different states where this gang resides and this gang does their activities. You understand? Let's keep going.
This investigation was initiated based on a gang's affiliation with high levels of drug distribution.
Say that again. High level of what?
High level of drug distribution.
So these white folks, they distribute drugs. You understand? Now, just listen. They always do. They've always been doing that. Right. But they make you think that blacks and Hispanics are these big time drug distributors. You understand what I'm saying? Right. These big time drug dealers and this, that, and other. And let me ask you a question. Who do you think they distribute them drugs to?
Right.
Who do you think they're doing that to? You understand? Who are they doing that to? You think Mary Beth is getting that? You know, so she getting some money and getting high too. But they deliver these drugs to blacks and Hispanics. Right. You understand? To blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans as well, so-called. Right? Let's keep going.
And violent crime.
I'll say it again.
And violent crime.
They say Chicago has a lot of what?
And violent crime.
They say Brooklyn has a lot of what?
And violent crime.
They say these places that we live at got violent crimes, but we talking about these backwood trailer trash rednecks out in Georgia, and they're committing what?
Violent crimes.
They're committing violent crimes. And you know a lot of their crimes have to be probably against who? Against us.
Right.
You understand? We're the ones that distribute the drugs to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we're the ones that probably won't get violent with too. You understand? Now don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. The white man is an all the way beast, so he will, of course, get at his own people too.
Right.
But you know the brunt of that violence is coming to us.
Right.
Well, I say us, I'm talking about the 12 tribes of Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You understand? Let's keep going.
Oh God. Sheriff Richard Roundtree.
Who?
Sheriff Richard Roundtree.
Now, just in case you don't know, Sheriff Richard Roundtree is the one who is leading this investigation, and he is a black man. All right? Now this is just me kind of throwing an assumption out there somewhat. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, somewhere down the line, he might have been affected by this gang somehow, some way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he seemed to have not a personal thing, but he seemed to be driven to get this gang under order. You understand? And this is a black man. Now, guess what? Guess what might happen? Since this black man's leading this investigation against this domestic terrorist white supremacy group, guess what? They just might have some violent crimes coming in Sheriff Roundtree's direction.
Right.
I'm just saying, maybe so. You understand? I'm sure on his police force, I'm sure some of these ghost-faced gangsters are on that police force.
Right.
You understand? I'm sure they're on that police force. I'm sure some of them have positions in that courthouse.
Right.
You understand? Have positions in that correctional facility. I'm sure they do. You know what I'm saying? Because they got connections like that.
Right.
Let's keep going.
Come on, card. Sheriff Richard Roundtree said at a news conference Friday announcing the arrests and indictments. We know that attacking criminal organizations at the core is the most effective way to remove lawless street gang members from our society.
All right, so he's talking his strategy to take this gang down, how he needs to get to the core of the problem, the core of the issue. The core of the issue is that the white man is the devil. That's the core of the issue.
Right.
And that they just are who they are. That is the core of the issue. We know that. But let's drop down a little bit to the paragraph where it says the gang is involved in criminal cases.
Come on, God. The gang is involved in criminal cases throughout Georgia.
Throughout where?
Georgia.
Uh-huh.
South Carolina.
Uh-huh.
And Tennessee.
And Tennessee. All three of them states are known to be violent places, so to speak. There's high murders, high assaults, high robbery in Atlanta, in Macon, Georgia and Savannah, Georgia. These places are known for crime. South Carolina, if you look it up, it's one of the maybe top 5 or top 10 states for crimes, for car theft. You know what I'm saying? For assaults, for murder, for kidnapping. You understand what I'm saying? And they try to make it seem like these are black gangs and Hispanic gangs that are spiking up these numbers. But oh no. What about the ghost face gangsters? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they only been investigating them for the past 3 years. They've been around for years. For years. You hear about all these shootings and random shootings. How do we know that these white supremacists are not coming to these black neighborhoods doing these drive-by shootings?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Doing these home invasions, doing these things. Why wouldn't they do it? Why wouldn't they? If they're driven by hatred. You know what I'm saying? If they're driven by hatred, why wouldn't they go into a black neighborhood and cause some type of friction or some type of problem? Why wouldn't they do that?
Right.
Of course they would, man. It's in their nature to do it. Didn't they do it in Black Wall Street?
Right.
Didn't they do it in Rosewood?
Right.
Didn't they do it in Seneca Village? Didn't they do it in Slocum, Texas? You know what I'm saying? They did it in Wilmington, Delaware, Durham, North Carolina. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on to where they've been terrorists to black folks. Right. Terrorists to Hispanic folks, or Latino folks, rather. Absolute terrorists to the indigenous man, the Native Americans, absolutely terrorists to them. You understand? So why would they stop now? Why would they stop that now? Right. You understand? Why would they stop that? Now us as so-called black folks, we have traditions that we've had for years. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's your mama cleaned the chicken this way and fry it this way because grandma did it. Right. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have take some castor oil when you get sick. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case, whatever home remedies or whatever the case it is that we've passed down. You think this white man has not passed down the hatred he has for the 12 tribes of Israel to his kids? Right. Of course he has. Of course he has. You know what we've got passed down to us? Christianity. Love everybody. Right. Because Pastor Jenkins said, love everybody. But everybody don't love you. And that's getting passed down to them. Well, look, now it's time for something new. That's right. Now it's time for us to pass down a new tradition. That's right. An old tradition that was forgotten. And that tradition is what? Separate from this beast. That's right. Separate from this animal. Right. You understand? This serpent, this liar, this cheater, this devil. Separate from him. And stay away from him. That's something that we forgot along the lines, man. Something that we let slip through the cracks. Something that these fake leaders and Martin Luther Kings and Jesse Jacksons and all of them, something that they kind of did away with for their profit, for their lust. You understand? Come on. Let's keep reading what you got. Come on. And deep into the Georgia Department of Corrections, according to the sheriff's office. Hey, wait. Read that part again. I'm sorry. Come on. Flash from the top. The gang is involved in criminal cases throughout Georgia, South Carolina, and Tennessee, and deep into the Georgia Department of Corrections. Now, these people, that means what? These people, they all in the prison system. This is an official gang, an official white supremacist gang. They all even in the prison system, they're in there doing crimes, selling drugs, being violent. You understand? People knock us because, oh, y'all racist. I can't hate white people. But nobody says nothing about these people, man. Right. They hate black folks, Hispanic folks. You know what I'm saying? Nobody says nothing about them. We should not hate white folks, but we should. What about white folks that hate us? Right. You understand? You looked at as a strange thing if you're a black man that's willing to fight back.
Right.
If you're willing to fight back as a black man, you're frowned upon. You can't even fight back. You understand? Now, I'm going to use this example because I've been seeing this sometimes on these little videos and all that. I've seen women, some monster black women that we definitely don't deal with in here, but they be smacking and beating men up all in stores, ripping his clothes, smacking them all in his face. You hear me? Ooh, ooh.
Right.
Now, if he turn around and smack the lips off of her face, they're like, yo, 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 yo. You know, you a man. You know what I'm saying? Like you should take getting beat. Now, by no means am I saying go beat your woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. But as a black man that shows any type of aggression, any type of self-defense, any type of I'm not taking this, any type, you're wrong. You understand? You're absolutely wrong. You understand? Right. I mean, is a lion wrong for hunting down a gazelle? Is a lion wrong for protecting his pride? He ain't wrong for that. Right. So as a black man, we're not wrong for having the disdain that we have for this white man and the rest of these heathens. Man, we're not wrong for that. And the reason we're not wrong is because we have reason. Right. It's not just because. You understand? We have reason behind this. We have reason to want to separate. You understand? We have reason to gather ourselves together. We have reason. Let's keep reading a little bit more of this.
According to the sheriff's office, the Ghostface gangsters are trying to expand into neighboring states.
You hear this? They're expanding. And as this white supremacist group's expanding, you know what we're doing? Hating other black folks.
Right.
Getting high. Blooding and cripping. You understand? We're busy doing that. Getting abortions. Being unforgiving, uncaring towards each other. Fighting over my block and your block and this building and my building. You live in building 5 and I'm in building 3 and all it's garbage. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're busy with that. Meanwhile, what are they doing, Shaw?
The Ghostface gangsters.
Ghostface gangsters. Go ahead.
Are trying to expand into neighboring states.
They're trying to expand in neighboring states. You understand? They're trying to expand and push this thing, man. And push this thing. Give the UPK a hand, please. You know what I'm saying? Give the UPK a hand. And every time you see a white man getting down, white woman or child getting down on their knees, kissing these boots, you know what I'm saying? Just know a Ghostface gangster's watching that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Know a Ghostface gangster's watching that white man, woman, or child get down and kiss these boots, and they should do it.
That's right.
And they should do it for all of the murder and crime that they're committing. You understand? For all the murder and crime that they're committing, they should get down and kiss these boots or witness their families and friends getting down, kissing these goddamn boots.
Right.
You understand? Because you know what we're doing? We expanding state to state too.
Right.
And we're not scared. We're not Christians.
Right.
You understand? We are not Christians.
Right.
At all. You understand? Go ahead, keep reading, Shaw.
And are considered the fastest growing white gang in the country.
No, they consider the fastest growing white gang in the country. They're getting numbers. How you think they get the numbers? You think they're going out, handing out flyers and putting things on cars? Nah, they right on the internet. The same place we get blocked for putting things on, they on there promoting and pushing, recruiting, and joining together. Go ahead, brother.
And Salakia, sir. They ain't doing like your black Christian saying love, love, love. They getting their numbers by saying hate, hate, hate.
Exactly. No, so they getting numbers by saying hate. Let's hate together. You know what I'm saying? Let's join together and hate together. That's what they doing. And they doing it too.
Right.
And they doing it too.
Right.
You understand? And they doing that, black man. When are we gonna do it?
Right.
How about we don't have to, for you soft suckers out there, we don't have to get together and say, let's hate together. How about let's get together and love each other then?
Right.
How about that? Let's get together and love each other. Does that sound better for you? Does that soften your pillow a little bit? Let's get together and love each other then, black man. Let's love us and only us. You understand? Let's love us and only us. When I say black, I'm talking about all the tribes. Black and brown, let's get down. How's that?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Black and brown, let's get down. How about that one? The bars. You know what I'm saying? How about that, man? Because these devils out here, they getting busy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're getting busy. We can drop that for now. You know what I'm saying? We can drop. That was enough of that. Or is something you want to bring out of that?
What's that slack here?
Go ahead, brother.
What's the numbers that they got?
Please, go ahead.
Fastest growing white gang in the country with around 5,000 members.
How many?
5,000 members.
Now, they did them 5,000 members. God knows how fast it is. But go ahead.
5,000 members comprised of white supremacists.
You hear that?
And gangster disciples affiliates.
You hear this? They gangster disciple affiliates. They had to throw a niggas in there somewhere. But you know how they gangster disciple affiliates? Because they're the ones distributing the drugs.
Right.
That's why. That's why. They're not buddies.
Right.
They're not pals. Because ain't no niggas in your gang. So we're not buddies and pals. We do business. There's no difference between being in a state prison.
That's right.
You don't sit down and eat with them, but you could do business. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they're doing. They're just doing business. They supply the cocaine, the heroin, the meth, and all the pills and the cigarettes. And I don't know about the guns. They might give a nigga a couple of guns, maybe. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to give them nothing to defend. You want to give them something to make it stupid and soft. So they probably just distributing them drugs to some gangster disciples. You understand? And I pray some gangster disciples are watching right now because, nigga, you need to separate.
That's right.
You need to get away from them as quick as possible. You understand? As quick as possible. You need to get away from them. And you should get away. That's how it's meant to be. Somebody give me Zephaniah 2:1. We already know the scripture, but we won't read it anyway. This is why it's in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Kawhi, can you see me on that one more time? Yeah. I got one right here. I appreciate you. Yes, I appreciate you. Please take it. You're welcome. Go ahead, brother. You got it?
Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together.
Say it again.
Gather yourselves together.
Go on the internet and try to push things from state to state. Say what?
Gather yourselves together.
Go on the internet and say, let's come together in love. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. Say it again.
Gather yourselves together.
Go ahead.
Yea, gather together.
This is the Lord speaking. It says, gather yourselves together. You know what I'm saying? That's what it says we should be doing. Not blood and cripping, not conscious community in blackity blacking. You know what I'm saying? Not that garbage. Not in the Christian church, not in the Muslim mosque, not doing none of that. We should be gathering ourselves together. You know why? Because the ghost face gangsters is doing that.
Right.
They're gathering together, and not just them. Aryan nations and I forgot the rest of them, the white riders and all types of white knights and all that garbage that they got going on over there on that side. They all gather themselves together.
Right.
They all coming together. They're all forming together.
Right.
You understand? Meanwhile, we got these stupid divisions amongst us. But the Most High God says to do what?
Gather yourselves together.
The Most High God said gather together. Who's he talking to? Everybody? Is he talking to everybody in the world gather together? No, he's talking to specific people. Go ahead.
Yea, gather together. Oh, nation.
Oh, what?
Nation.
Oh, what?
Nation.
Oh, nation. For y'all don't know, nation means race.
Right.
That's where you get nationality from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nation means race. So gather yourselves together, oh race. Go ahead.
Not desired.
That's not desired. And you know exactly what's not desired. You know what's not desired? The Mexican brothers and sisters at the goddamn border to this day, trapped in cages. You know what I'm saying? Wrapped up in aluminum foil looking like hot potatoes, wrapped up there. You know what I'm saying? In them cages, dying, trying to cross rivers and borders. That's a nation not desired.
Right.
You know what's a nation not desired? The brothers and sisters on reservations that's out there, they feed them alcohol and drugs, still running pipelines through their little dirty reservation, living in tents, living in abandoned cars, got all types of young girls missing, you understand? Kidnapped and put on a sex trade market somewhere. You know what I'm saying? That's a nation that's not desired.
Right.
You understand? To the black men getting shot down on these streets by police, unarmed, getting off, you understand? Doing all types of atrocities. That's a nation that's not desired. But they can come in your neighborhood and flood it with crack and cocaine and didn't have a war on drugs. That's a nation that's not desired.
Right.
You understand? When they don't want you over here, but they let you sit on the highway and sell oranges and roses and grapes and everything else, that's a nation that's just not desired. You understand? When they kick you out off of your land that you built, that you groomed, that you maintained, and kick it off and call themselves Americans, that means you, Black, Hispanic, and Native American man, woman, and child, are a nation or a race that is not desired. This scripture is talking to you. Right. Keep going.
Verse 2. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the shaft.
And we need to get together now. You understand what I'm saying? Because you see what they're doing. We just read about these I call them monkeys. These monkeys ghost face gangsters. Right. You see what these monkeys is doing? They gathering themselves together. Right. You understand? Go to 1 Corinthians real quick, 1 and 10. Go to 1 Corinthians 1 and 10.
Come on, God. 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 10. Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, that ye all speak the same thing.
That we all should speak the same thing. What's that same thing? That the white man is the devil. You understand? And that all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans need to come together, join together, come back to the Most High God, serve the Most High God, know who our enemy is, and strive against our enemy. You understand? And I'm not talking about go get bombs and grenades. There's nothing wrong with being armed to defend ourselves, but we need a moral compass first. Right. We need some principles first. We need some standards and value first. We have to work on that first, and then everything else will fall into place. You understand? Everything else will fall into place to know that the Most High God is for us. Right. You understand what I'm saying? That our strength comes from heaven, not from bullets and bombs. That's not where our strength comes from. I'm not saying don't have any, but I'm saying is that's not the end all be all. You know what I'm saying? Just because you got sneakers don't mean you can walk. You understand what I'm saying? That doesn't mean you can walk. So I'm not saying that arming yourself is not a good thing to have. You should have some sneakers on your feet. Right. But that ain't got nothing to do with you walking. You understand? This Bible's gonna make us walk. This brotherhood's gonna make us walk. Right. This sister's gonna make us walk. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Keep going.
And that there be no divisions among you, but that ye be perfectly joined together.
That we don't got no divisions amongst us. None. No Muslim mosque, no Christian church. Right. No, I'm light skinned, I'm dark skinned. I'm from Compton and you from Brooklyn. Right. No divisions. None of the stuff that the oppressor gave us. That they gave us to make us have divisions. You understand? All the stuff we got divisions about, the oppressor gave that to us. Right. That's why we have those divisions. You think about anything that you want to think about, the oppressor is the reason why we have that and the reason why we are divided now. Right. Keep going.
But that ye be perfectly joined together.
Say it again.
But that ye be perfectly joined together.
And that's what we got to do. We have to be perfectly joined together, black man. You understand? When I say black, I'm talking about all the tribes. Right. To be perfectly joined together. What's perfectly joined together? Perfect. To be perfect means what? You keep the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High God. That's how you be perfect. You understand? To not steal, not kill, not murder, not lust after, not be jealous of, not to cheat them or anything like that, but to love each other, man. You know what I'm saying? And treat each other the way that we want to be treated. I say this all the time. I'm never going to stop saying it because it's something that we need. It's something that's so simple to say, but it's something that's so hard for us to do. Right. You understand what I'm saying? That's it. It's easy to say, but it's just very hard to do. Everybody know the ABCs until you got to say it backwards. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
In the same mind.
Say it again.
In the same mind.
And that's where we got to be, in the same exact mind. Right. You going, brother? I'm gonna sign Christ. You know what I'm saying? Y.A.H.N.Na, brother. We'll be with you, man. You understand? We got to be in the same exact mind. You know what I mean? Think alike, move alike, and so forth and so on. You understand? And you know how I know that? Because of course the Bible says so. But these ghost-faced gangsters, they moving in the same exact mind. That's how they came together. That's how they formed on the internet, and now they're trying to take over states and 5,000 members deep in such a short amount of time. This is how they was able to do that. Why? Because they was in the same mind. Right. They spoke the same thing. You understand? The same methods that they're using is what they took that from us. Right. You know what I'm saying? They took that from us. We should be doing that. Right. You understand? We should be on that page. And there's one thing about this article. Shalom, brother. There's one thing about this article that brothers probably can't see. Is that there was tons of white women in this. There's tons of white women in this group as well. There's tons of white women. And these groups love to have these trashy white women in there because they're vital. They're good for sex and serving food and smuggling drugs and whatever it is they use these trashy whores for. You know what I'm saying? They're good to have that. Meanwhile, the black man and the black woman, we fighting each other. Meanwhile, this bug-eyed, big forehead having, nasty, disgusting, leprechaun-looking white woman is coming together with that sweaty white man. You know what I'm saying? Right. In the same mind. You know what I'm saying? Right. In the same mind, on the same accord. You understand? We need to do that. Why? Because most like God said we should. Right. Keep reading, brother.
Okay. And in the same judgment.
And in the same judgment. Go ahead.
Verse 11.
You can drop that. Go to Ecclesiastes real quick. Ecclesiastes chapter 4.
Oh God.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go to Ecclesiastes chapter 4, man. We have to display brotherhood in order to even compete with these filthy, disgusting heathens that's taking over our communities, trying to ruin our lives. They're trying their best to fight against God, shooting off in the sky and everything else. And what do we have? Well, we have forest fires. We have earthquakes. You understand? These things are on our side. Good. You understand? But how we need to be on each other's side now. Because the Lord is working. He's working. Right. He's showing you he can do it. He's showing you that he runs things. Right. That he can destroy. You understand? That he can do it. Now, when are we going to show each other that love, man? Right. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9. Two are better than one.
Say it again.
Two are better than one.
Two is better than one. You understand what I'm saying? That's what the scripture said. Two is better than one. Go ahead.
Because they have a good reward for their labor.
You understand? That's talking about brotherhood, man. One brother is not enough. Two brothers is better. You understand? And when I say brother, I'm talking about sisters as well, man. I'm talking about sisters as well. Salaki. I'm talking about sisters as well. You understand? Two is better than one. There's a great reward at the end for us being brothers and sisters and working together, striving together, being on one accord, being on one mind, being perfectly joined together. There's a reward for that, man. God. There's a reward for that. Keep going.
For if they fall, so verse 10. For if they fall.
For one brother fall, if one sister falls, if they slip up, trip up, you know what I'm saying, get weak, get sick, whatever the case may be. If one falls, go ahead.
The one will lift up his fellow.
You got the one to lift them right up. And vice versa. You know that old saying, one hand wash the other, right. They both wash the face. You understand? This is what we need. You understand? This is what we need to keep thriving and striving in this filthy, disgusting land until our king returns, man.
That's right.
This is how we get the kingdom of heaven. Let these devils have their rockets and all that and shoot off up in space and all that garbage. Let them have it. Let the ghost face killers or whatever these garbage, these pieces of trash, whatever it is that they're doing, yeah, go ahead, let them do it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get the kingdom and rule, but how? Is by joining ourselves together, being on one accord, being of one mind, being perfectly joined together.
Right.
And if one of us fall, we pick them up. You understand? Keep going.
But woe to him. But woe to him.
Say it again.
But woe to him.
Say it again.
But woe to him.
What does the word woe mean? We know what that means. That means death and destruction.
Right.
Read that again.
But woe to him.
But death and destruction to him.
That is alone. When he falleth.
That's death and destruction to those who are alone when you fall. That's a good message for you. Fake. I teach myself internet lights, and individual lights.
Right.
That I don't follow no camp. I teach myself. Yeah, well, woe to you when you fall. You understand? That's just another topic. But as far as being here and being amongst our brothers and all of that, we got to stick together. You understand? If not, it's death and destruction to us when we fall.
Right.
If we're not together. That's what the scriptures say. This is nothing I'm making up.
God.
You know what I'm saying? This is right here in the scriptures. Right here. You understand? Now, if that don't push you or motivate you enough to come in and start loving your brother and loving your sister and sticking together and learning how to forgive and not hold grudge and not be a burden and so forth and so on. If this is not showing you that, then you're lost, man.
Right.
And you might be in danger of death if you happen to fall and you're alone, man.
God.
Keep reading, brother.
Oh God, for he has not another to help him up.
And that's why death and destruction, because you don't have nobody to help you up. You understand? And this is what this white man pushes in our communities, pushes on our televisions, pushes on the internet, pushes in the music, is that we gotta teach each other, we gotta teach these niggas to be separate. Light skin should hate dark skin. Tall should hate short.
Right.
Compton should hate Brooklyn.
Right.
And this all is dumb garbage. You understand? Stupid, dumb garbage that they feed us. You know why? They want us to be alone. So when we fall, we won't even help each other. We won't even have enough compassion to help each other up.
Right.
We won't have enough love to help each other up. We won't have enough strength to help each other up. These are the devices that give us crack and coke and dope and heroin and so on and so on, so we can't fall alone.
Right.
You understand? Have nobody to help us. Now the time has come to change that, to stop that. And can we change that and stop that? By following what the Most High God says. And the Most High God said 2 are better than 1. So if one fall, we pick them up. If I fall, somebody will pick me up. My brothers will pick me up.
Right.
My sister fall, I could pick her up.
That's right.
If I fall, my sister could pick me up. We could pick each other up, lean on each other. Let's keep going.
Verse 11. Again, if 2 lie together, then they have heat.
Say it again.
If 2 lie together, then they have heat.
Now, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Everybody that is in some type of relationship with something, you love to cuddle. Everybody love that cuddling thing, getting in, snuggle up with your boo and all that thing. It's a good feeling. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying 2 men or 2 women should cuddle. I'm not saying that at all.
Right.
What I'm saying is we keep each other warm, which means what? We'll keep each other safe, keep each other satisfied, happy. You understand? Keep each other surviving. You understand? You can die of hypothermia, can you not? Right. You can die from being too cold. But if you got somebody there to warm you up, then you can survive.
Right.
Then you can live. You understand? Then you can live. We can live. You understand?
Right.
That's what that means. Is that we can live, we can survive together. But if you by yourself and you shivering and shaking, it might kick in on you. You know what I'm saying? But if you cold and I'm cold, if we come together, we can survive. We can live, man. We can make it to another day. Make it to another attempt. Keep going.
So good. But how can one be warm alone?
You see the scripture, what it said? How can one person be warm alone? How can you survive alone?
Right.
How can you live alone? How can you push forward and continue alone? Don't let this white man fool you. Think I'm an independent, strong black woman. I can do what I want to do. And I don't need no man for nothing, all that garbage, man. Stop it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Stop it. Stop it. You understand? I'm a Chris Rock had said so one day. I thought it was hilarious. He said you could drive a car with your feet, but you shouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Stop it. Scriptures say, how can we survive and live and stay warm by ourselves?
Right.
We need each other, man. We need each other. We got to lean on each other, man. And this is the time to do it now. Because the ghost face gangsters, they spread their love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what white love is? White love is black hate.
Right.
That's what it is. The more they say I hate niggas, is the more they saying I love white people. You know what I'm saying? That's all they doing. We say yo, white man's the devil. Ooh, you wrong for that. Meanwhile, they can go on the internet and say I hate niggas, and that means I love white people.
Right.
And they can read, they see it.
God.
You understand? And that's pulling together. They trying to stay warm.
Right.
You understand? It's our time now, man. We've been pushing the truth since 1969, man. And a lot of brothers and sisters have woken up, came on into their heritage and came on into their right spirit. You know what I'm saying? We pushing forward in here. You understand? We pushing forward in here.
That's right.
And we're going to keep pushing this truth to our people. You understand? And pushing this truth to our people. And being strong for those who are weak.
God.
And fight for those who can't fight. And be fathers to the fatherless. That's what we're going to do in here.
That's right.
Let's keep going.
Verse 12. And if one prevail against it.
What does that mean? If one prevail against? If someone comes up against us, or someone comes up against me, if I'm about to get jumped, if the ghost-faced gangsters catch me in a corner, in a dead-end street, my back's against the wall, and I gotta fight all of them, or a few of them, whatever the case may be. If they prevail against one, go ahead.
Two shall withstand him.
You understand? But two gonna fight against us. Excuse me, two gonna fight against them. That means my brother is with me.
Right.
You understand? My brother is with me. So now both of us gonna be fighting. Keep going.
In a threefold cord.
Oh, if a third man comes, we got three brothers there. Go ahead.
In a threefold cord is not quickly broken.
It ain't gonna be. They gonna have hell on their hands, brother. You know what I'm saying? You know why? Because I'm not alone. My brother's not alone, and neither is the other brother. We're together.
Right.
We keeping each other warm. We're gonna pick each other up. We're gonna keep on living and fighting. You understand?
Right.
And that's what we need to conquer the world, to conquer the earth, the planet. That's what we need right there. You understand? That's what we need. We don't need billions of dollars. We got that. We got that. These crackheads ain't getting high for free, you know.
Right.
These K2 heads and all of that, it ain't free. They're getting money from somewhere. I don't know, they're collecting cans of copper or steel. I don't know what they're doing, but they're getting money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So money's not a problem. Money management may be a problem, but money's not a problem. Getting bullets and all of that, that's not a problem. But loving each other, now that's a problem.
Right.
Living for each other. Helping each other. That's a problem. You understand what I'm saying? And that's a problem that we're going to have to solve, man. We're going to have to work on it. Let's keep pushing for time's sake because we're short on the time. We got to end class a little early tonight. Go to, let's just take it to Psalms 133 real quick. Wait, I'm sorry. You know what? Hold on before you go there. Give me a second. One second. Yeah, let's take it there.
Go on,
Go to Psalms real quick. Select. Psalms 133.
Go on,
And verse 1. Select.
Go on. Psalms chapter 133, verse 1. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
You understand? There's nothing more. There's nothing more better than that. There's nothing more better than that. It says it in the scriptures. There's not a damn thing on earth that's better than that, man. You know what I mean? And we want to dwell together. You know what I'm saying? We're going to dwell together. We start off the class with Zephaniah 2:1. Gather yourselves together. This whole Bible is talking about us being together. Everything's about us being together.
Right.
About us not being separate no more. Our King Yahushua is all about us being together.
Right.
You understand? And he was an austere, rough, rugged, raw black man, and his whole thing was about us being together.
Right.
That's it. And not everybody on the God, not every race, but our nation.
Right.
Our people. Read it again, please.
So God, behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
And that's what it's for brothers to dwell together in unity. Us, not everybody.
Right.
Go to Matthew 1:21.
Go on, God. Matthew chapter 1, verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahushua.
Now, who's a she? A black woman named Mary. She's gonna bring a son forth. You know these scriptures. Yahushua, you know him as Jesus. Go ahead.
For he shall save
He was do what?
For he shall save
So do what?
For he shall save.
If you save somebody, that means they're in danger.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? There's some type of danger going on. If you're gonna save somebody, and who better than to save than a nation that's not desired?
Right.
For a nation that's not desired and that's being murdered and have all type of propaganda pushed on them. You understand? That's being misjudged. You know what I'm saying? That's facing all type of misconceptions and all types of garbage and filth thrown at us. Who does he need to save? Because if I'm not mistaken, there's white folks shooting off to the moon, ain't they? In the rockets up to the sky and up in orbit.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Up in orbit, doing backflips and things.
Come on.
I don't think they don't need to be saved. They need to be saved.
Nah.
They don't need to be saved. They're going up to space.
Right.
And coming back down and then going and talking about the great time they had up in space as they sniff cocaine and have orgies and get as drunk and high as they can.
Right.
Meanwhile, you're struggling. We're struggling. Looking for a stimmy.
Right.
You understand? Looking for a place to stay. You understand? Wondering how your father's doing because you haven't seen him in 30 years. You understand? I don't think they need saving. I think we need to save him. You understand? I think it's us. So who's he going to save, Shaw?
For he shall save his people.
He's going to save his people. You know what I'm saying? They're going to save his people. Go ahead.
From their sins.
From their sins. That's us. You know what I'm saying? We're his people that he's going to save. He's going to save us from this nasty stuff we're doing, man. Particularly hating each other. You understand? The murdering, the killing, the lying, and all of that. He's going to save us from that, man. If we want it. You understand? But first we got to get it in our heads and our minds that we need to gather ourselves together. Be perfectly joined together. And so forth and so on, because we see that these white supremacy groups is moving along.
Right.
That they're moving forward. You understand? That they actually move forward. Let me get a little more. Give me 1 second. Let's stay with Christ. Let's go to Matthew 15 real quick.
Come on, God.
So Matthew 15, 24.
So God, Matthew chapter 15, verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
And that's all he's sent for. He said he came to save his people, correct?
God.
Now his people are the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And who's that? So-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. That's not a surprise. That's not a shock. You understand?
God.
And if Christ is all about us being together, he's coming to save us. He's coming to save his lost sheep. Now, if he's coming to save lost sheep, that means he wants those lost sheep to be found and be together.
Right.
You understand? And be together. Well, we should kindle that fire right now. We should kindle it right now and come together. You know why? Our enemies are coming together, man. And they're filthy, disgusting lowlives.
Right.
Not even worthy of our spit.
Right.
You understand?
God.
Not even worthy of our spit.
Right.
And they're gathering together. They're coming together to destroy what Christ is coming to save, man.
God.
You understand? To destroy what Christ is coming to save. What Christ is coming to join together, he's trying to separate and dismember and destroy.
Right.
That's what their plan is. We're going to let them do it? We're going to let them do it? I don't see how we're going to let them do it. We was just knocking niggas out, cutting in line to get a Popeye sandwich. If you cut a nigga in line,
right.
If you cut a nigga in line to get a Popeye's chicken sandwich, they was fighting and cutting each other in Popeyes. You understand? We're going to let this oppressor cut us in line, pull an okie doke on us. That's what we're going to do? Not in here.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Not in here. Now, you could be a Christian and a sucker and let them do it. You could be a Muslim and a sucker and let them do it. You could be blackity black and an atheist, whatever you want, and you let them do it. And here we serve the Most High God, and we serve our King Yahushua, and we are not going to allow an okie doke to be pulled on us by this oppressor, because we know he is stupid and dumb and an imbecile.
That's right.
You understand?
God.
And he can't outwit us at all. He cannot outwit us, because we know our strength comes from the Most High God. Right. That's where our strength comes from. Let me end it with my favorite scripture. Go to 1 Maccabees.
Oh, God.
End it with my favorite scripture. Can't get enough of this one. 1 Maccabees chapter 3. Start at verse 1 Maccabees chapter 3 and start at verse 17.
Oh, God. 1 Maccabees chapter 3, verse 17. Who, when they saw the host coming to meet them, said unto Judas, how shall we be able, being so few, to fight against so great a multitude and so strong, seeing we are ready to faint with fasting on this day?
It's one of Judas Maccabees soldiers coming to ask, yo, how can we beat these people, man? How can we beat the ghost-faced killers?
Right.
These devils is probably cops and doctors and judges and lawyers and everything. How can we beat them? They're selling drugs, committing violent crimes. How can we beat these people, man? How can we defeat them? They got the government on their side. You understand?
God.
How can we beat such a people like this who they run this country? How can you beat somebody who's flying in a rocket to orbit?
Right.
To live like the goddamn Jetsons. To us, the Jetsons is a cartoon. They think it's real. They flying up in space.
Right.
For no reason.
Right.
How can you beat somebody like that? You can't even catch the damn bus to get to work.
Right.
This devil is flying in a rocket. You understand? How can you beat somebody that can do that? And he wants to know, he's asking. And we're weak. We don't got no goddamn money. We're looking for stimmies.
Right.
We don't got no place to stay. We're looking for financial assistance and everything else. How can you beat people that's so goddamn strong? How can you beat them? Go ahead.
Verse 18. Unto whom Judas answered.
But this is what Judas said. A strong, austere black man.
Right.
You understand? He was an Israelite.
Right.
You understand? This is what this black man said. Go ahead.
It is no hard matter
Uh-huh.
for many to be shut up in the hands of a few.
It's not a big deal for many to be shut up in just the hands of a few. You understand?
Right.
You understand? A little bit of seasoning will change the taste of the meat.
Right.
You know, it takes a little bit. Go ahead.
And with the Most High.
And with who?
With the Most High
Uh-huh.
of heaven.
Read it how you see it.
So of God. And with the God and with the God of heaven. It is all one.
It's all one. Whether you got a little bit or a lot, go ahead.
To deliver with a great multitude.
He could deliver. Now, when the Lord delivers, it ain't Christian talk.
Right.
Where you float and he saves you, and you hear harps and things. Deliver means he'll kill your enemies.
Right.
Deliver means he'll send forest fires and wildfires.
Right.
And send so much smoke up in the sky that it causes a hurricane somewhere else. You understand? That he'll do that. He'll deliver. He'll kill. That's how he delivers.
Right.
He kills. He'll send more coronavirus.
Right.
He'll send monkeypox. What the hell is that? You used to get chicken pox. Now you get monkeypox.
Right.
You understand? He'll send that. Damn. Keep going.
Or a small company.
It don't matter, big or small. He'll deliver. Go ahead.
Verse 19. For the victory of battle.
Was. Hold. Say it again.
For the victory of battle.
Say it again.
For the victory.
The what?
Victory.
The what?
Victory.
Now, don't we want to win in this country, don't we? We want to win in this society, don't we? We don't want to lose no more. We tired of losing. We tired of being last. Tired of being on the bottom. We want a what?
Victory.
We want a victory. We want to be able to win. How can we win? How? How can we win, man? Is it bullets? Is it bombs? Is it grenades? Is it missiles? Should I join the military? Should I join the police force? Should I run to the Christian church? Should I put on a bow tie and sell bean pies? You know what I'm saying? What should I do? How can I get the victory? Go ahead.
Of battle. Standeth not in a multitude of a host.
Okay. So what the scripture is saying is the victory of this battle, it don't come with being in a large group.
Right.
It don't come ganging up with a whole bunch of people like the ghost face killers or whatever the hell these devil's names is.
Right.
That don't mean that. So where does this strength come from? If I shouldn't have to run and be a part of this big thing or be a part of the police force or the military or the government or join the Marines or any of that, I don't have to do that, right? So what do I have to do? Where am I going to win that thing? Go ahead.
But strength.
The what?
Strength.
Go ahead.
Cometh from heaven.
Our strength comes from the Most High God.
That's right.
That's where our strength comes from. That's how we win the victory.
Right.
Excuse me. That's how we get the victory. That's how we get it. You understand? We don't give a damn about no goddamn white boys out in the woods somewhere forming some white supremacist gang. So what?
Right.
So what? You ain't worth our spit.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't worth our spit, man. You kiss our boots. That's what you're going to do.
That's right.
You're going to kiss our boots. And you lucky we don't put our boots on your neck. You understand? You lucky we don't put our boots on your neck. You kiss our boots, man, because you under us.
That's right. You
under us. And that's just how it goes. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes. Our strength comes from the Most High God. It don't come from being blood. It don't come from being crip. It don't come from being a vice lord. It don't come from being a gangster disciple. It don't come from I'm gonna join the police force and fight from the inside out. You know what I'm saying? It don't come from that. It don't come from the Marines. It don't come from voting. It don't come from none of that garbage you think. Excuse me. It don't come from your AK-47. It don't come from your MR-15, whatever these damn guns are. It don't come from that either. It don't come from your karate. It don't come from none of that garbage. It don't come from that. Our strength comes from the Most High God.
That's right.
Who can send winds and fire and rains and all that to destroy and kill and flood. He could send a tsunami. Can your OG do that? I don't think so.
Right.
I don't think can the president do that? They can't do that. He can send a tsunami. You know what I'm saying? And flood. He'll put a whole city underwater.
That's right.
That's the Lord. You understand? He'll make the sun so hot that white folks get skin cancer. What's the other one? Melanoma or some garbage. Some garbage they get with their skin with peels, turns red.
Right.
They look all nasty. You understand? He can say that's his strength.
Right.
And he's on our side.
That's right.
You understand? That's why we have to separate from this society and separate from these people, man. Because we got a strength on our side that they don't have and they will never have. Ever. They're dead wood, man. That's all they are, is dead wood. Keep going.
Pero acá, verse 20. They come against us in much pride and iniquity.
Yeah, they come against us with all that pride and all that sin to do what? To be friends with us? Because Billy at your job, he's your friend, and you eat croissants by the microwave with Billy and drink coffee. You know what I'm saying? All of that with Billy? Or Johnny, whatever the hell his goddamn name is. Go ahead.
To destroy us.
To do what?
Destroy us.
The ghost-faced gangsters want to do what?
Destroy us.
The U.S. government wants to do what?
Destroy us.
The Catholic Church wants to do what?
Destroy us.
The whole Christian church wants to do what?
Destroy us.
The Arabs want to do what?
Destroy
The
us.
Asians want to do what?
Destroy
They
us.
all want to destroy us. Go ahead.
And our why?
And our what?
Why?
Get an abortion. Or what?
Why?
Beat them up because they owe money for eyelashes. Or what?
Why?
They get their nails done. They get stomped out and cut. What?
Why?
They kind of destroy our wives too. You understand? Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. Now I ain't knocking them sisters. You know what I'm saying? But the messages and things that these people allow them to put out are to destroy our what?
Why?
And who else? Go ahead.
And children.
And our children. You got little 12-year-olds that are lesbians.
Right.
How the hell are you a lesbian at 12 years old? You can't even wipe your ass correctly. Excuse my language. You understand? 12 years old, you're a lesbian. You coming out the closet. You can't even reach high enough to put clothes in the closet, and you coming out the closet.
Right.
Keep going.
And to spoil us.
And to kill us. Go ahead.
Verse 21. But we fight.
We do what?
Fight.
We sing songs.
Fight.
We vote.
Fight.
We join hand in hand in the Rainbow Coalition.
Fight.
Kumbaya, my Lord.
Fight.
We go to the Christian church and bang tambourines.
Fight.
No, we fight. That's what we do. You understand? And that's what it means to endure, is to go ahead out there and fight. You understand? To go out there and fight. Now, I'm not saying fight with guns and grenades and all of that. When the time comes, that time comes. But for right now, we have to fight hating your brother. Fight hating your sister. We have to fight.
Right.
You understand? We have to fight our lust. Fight our anger towards another black man. You understand? Fight our disgust for another black woman. When I say black, I'm talking about all the tribes.
Right.
We have to learn to fight ourselves first. Go ahead.
For our lives.
We fight for our lives, not for fun. We don't fight to shoot rockets off and flip and do backflips up in orbit.
Right.
We don't fight for that. We fighting for our lives, man. Because we're so tired of getting our lives taken. Keep going.
In our beliefs, in our laws.
And we fighting for our laws. And that's what we fight for. I fight because I'm not going to murder my brother, so I'm going to fight.
Right.
I'm not going to steal from my brother, so I'm going to fight. I'm not going to have sex with that sister and throw her away. I'm going to be with her forever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to fight to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's our fight. Now, are you willing to fight or you want to be a sucker? It's up to you. You understand? That's it. It's up to you. Tough people do tough things.
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 22. Wherefore the Lord himself.
The Lord himself, the Most High God himself, go ahead.
Will overthrow.
He'll do what?
Overthrow.
They're going to the rockets and the moons and all that, but the Lord will do what?
Overthrow.
Yeah, they got the gang guys, the ghost face gangsters and all that. Go ahead.
Overthrow.
The Lord still will overthrow all that garbage. And he's not just going to overthrow them, not in secret. He's not going to do it on the slide and all of that. He's going to overthrow them, but how? Go ahead.
Before our face.
He'll do it right in front of us, man. You understand? He'll do it right in front of us. Go ahead.
And as for you.
Now, we know the Lord will do this. Now, for you, black man, woman and child, Hispanic or Latino man, woman and child, Native woman and child, man, woman and child, Salakia, go ahead.
Be ye not afraid of them.
Can't be afraid of these chumps, these suckers.
Right.
Can't be afraid not to celebrate their holidays. Can't be afraid to say the white man's a devil.
Right.
Can't be afraid to wear your shield and to rock your braids and rock your beard and sister to wrap your head up. You can't be afraid to be submissive to that black man.
Right.
Can't be afraid to love that black woman for the rest of your goddamn life. Can't be afraid to be the same people that Christ is coming to save.
Right.
Can't be afraid of that. You have to embrace that and know you're different. You understand? And stay away from this goddamn white man, man. With that, pass the class to the priest and officer Shaul.
Clap it up for the class.
Price.